Hello, everyone out in on my Facebook page, the MyBC Consulting Facebook page. This is Jeanette Martin, and it's a time for another Where in the World is a W5 Story session. And today I am pleased to welcome one of my longtime connections. I know some things about her, but always when we ask these questions, these W5 questions, we always learn a little bit more. So I'm super excited to have the world get to know my very good connection. So without further ado, who are you?
Who am I? Taya Docksteader.
So what are some of the who's that you do? So who are you? Like, I know you're my friend, but what else?
I'm your friend. It's always transitioning, and my transition now is I have what's called the 9-acre wood farm. It's on the Sunshine Coast, which is still on the mainland, but there is a little peninsula of water. So you either take 4 hours, go around in a 4x4 only in August, or you take the little commuter ferry that's 40 minutes. So I spend a lot of time in Langley. So I am 40 minutes from Walnut Grove.
Yeah. So when I say who are you, I know you're a wife. Mm-hmm. What other who things do you like? Yeah. What other who things do you like to be?
Well, I'm an artist. So I paint and crochet and knit and tat, and I redo furniture so it looks like Alice in Wonderland, and just whatever my little heart desires as far as creativity. I'm the garlic queen. We grow red Russian garlic, and we're now growing the white porcelain as well. So that takes 4 years to grow in all the different stages. And I have come up with something that is kind of cool called Giving Back Experiences.
Okay, with that, so what are some of the things you do on the 9-acre wood farm? What are some of the things you do for Giving Back Tuesday? That's what I do. Giving Back Experiences. And you've told us a little bit one of your who hats with your creativity. So let's take the 9-acre wood farm and Giving Back Tuesday. What are some of the things that you do in those two things?
Giving Back Experiences, not Giving Back Tuesday again.
Yeah.
Well, we belong to a website called Campertunity, and people can camp. We give you an acre of land that has a fire pit, and it has a outhouse and water. And we're the most popular, at this time, we're the most popular campsite in all of BC on Campertunity. Because we're so close. We're only 8 minutes from the little ferry, and we appear to be in the middle of the wilderness, but we're actually only a 10-minute walk to Starbucks. So we do that. We grow the red Russian. We're planting 3,000 Christmas trees. For our farm status, we're going to be, well, as of yesterday, we're designing a giant building that will have a commercial kitchen in it, and it's just and a workshop and garages and different. It'll have a bathroom in it that'll make it easier for the campers and that sort of thing. We're just trying to not do anything too fast. Just, it's sort of evolving. And giving back experiences.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Well, I could sit here and watch garlic grow, but I actually have a fun development degree, not FUN, FUND, even though there is fun in there, which is raising money for charity. And I came up with the idea of, I love to travel, and when we're able to do that, we'll do that again. But I like to be involved and have the opportunity to do things to be able to provide funds to local charities, as well as, once we get traveling, destination charities. So we just finished up a week-long scavenger hunt. And the main purpose of that, even though we were supporting the Rotary Kids programs, was people are at home and they're staring at the walls, and the only interaction they have is Facebook, Zoom, Instagram, LinkedIn, Ask Jeanette, all those things. And so I thought, there's got to be a way to get people out. So I said, take a selfie. One of the items was take a selfie with a dust bunny. Okay, that's in your house. Take a selfie with a stop sign, with a fire hydrant. That was to get you out safely. You're getting some fresh air. And we had a lady on there that she is not tech savvy. She's a little older, but she was sending me selfies with her mask on and her glasses were all fogged up, but she was right beside that fire hydrant. But part of the bigger story was one of the things were go to the group, which is on Facebook, Giving Back Experiences, and find some of the other members, find what businesses they do. And one of the things you had to do was either take a selfie outside their brick and mortar, or you had to go and find them online and take a picture of a message from them or what they had online. And that was so that people would get to know each other. Our next coming experience that I'll be working on with Jeanette will involve entire families doing things more towards the Halloween theme. So it's to do good. It's to keep me occupied, because I can sit here and, like I said, watch garlic grow. But it's also to do good out in the world when right now we don't have a lot of options. So that's kind of what I'm doing.
So you've kind of, in telling your story, looped in some of your where locations. So Taya, when did you decide that this is what the next chapter of your life was going to be? So when did you decide?
Okay, now I'm going to have to put in my headphones because I don't live in this house alone. And
yeah, so please do. Yeah, it's all good.
There you go. I can hear you, but you won't be able to hear everybody else. I'm right beside the kitchen.
Yeah, no problem.
So, sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, no problem. So when did you decide this is what you wanted to do?
Well, I was retiring out of the business that I had done since the dinosaurs roamed the earth, which was real estate. And we had things that had happened in our family. Unfortunately, people passed away and we had to readapt and redo things. I have one brother that has a disability. So we just figured, well, why not? So we ended up on the farm and I thought, okay. Now what? So I came up with a now what? And it's, you know that old thing about you don't know if you don't ask?
Absolutely. Live my life like by that.
So, if I want something, somebody wants to do something and have an unusual experience and be able to help out charities at the same time, then I'm going to try. Yeah. Why not?
Okay, so that leads us to the last question. Taya, what's your why in life?
Well, it really comes down to why not. Growing up, my dad was a brilliant artist, but he had bad eyes. So he would, there was a particular year where he was going blind. And so that was a tough year for all of us. So I had to get very resourceful. I was the oldest of all the kids. And so I would draw out the game shows that were on TV and it wasn't costing me anything, cardboard, and I was coloring it and painting it, and we're doing Wheel of Fortune and Family Feud with the kids in the living room. And that's kind of carried me through life. When I was a real estate agent, I did a lot of baby bird things, like people, are trying to make the biggest decision of their life and they just need a calm voice in their ear. So that was kind of me. But now that I'm doing this, the farm is doing fine. We're about to plant a huge amount of garlic in the middle of October, and that'll grow all through the winter. And then we pull it out in July and dry it until August, then I'll have it for sale again. But in the meanwhile, I can't just trudge along. I've got to do something. So I love to travel, and we'll eventually be able to do that. I love to be involved in what's going on in the neighborhood. So I am on a few boards. I'm now on the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce. So I get to know the local businesses, and it's all about local. Support where you are, even if it's a destination, then you're local there.
Absolutely. So you know what, Taya? I think your why is making sure that the connections out there are happening between people that you know, and that you get to put your unique creative spin on it. So I, for one, am very blessed to know Taya for about 5 years now. In this circle, we are both seroptimists of the international members. I am with Langley, and Taya is now with a brand new chapter that is going to be online. That is online. So Taya, thank you so much today for sharing your current W5 story. Remember, I believe, guys, we were all born with a blank set of encyclopedias. And the more that I'm able to put people's stories into my set, via if they're a connection of mine, or I'm collaborating with them, or they're in my community, my set grows bigger, and that's how we build a great life together. So enjoy rewatching this. If you are rewatching it, we will make sure we put Taya's contact information down in the bottom for the 9 Acre Wood Farm. And enjoy the day, everybody. And ask somebody out there, what is your W5 story? Who are you? What do you do? Where do you do it? When did you decide, and why? And you just might learn something new about somebody. Enjoy the day, everybody, and we'll see you next week for another edition of Where in the World is a W5 Story Session. Bye-bye.